This is Enough for Everybody. My name is Jumbalia Juriah,
Kxng.
and this is a new podcast that we started. We're going to be talking about everything that they don't want you to hear about, or we're going to give you a fresh perspective on all the latest news that's coming out. So, yeah, man, what's good? How you been?
I've been chilling, yo. This is our second show, though.
This is our second show. The first one is still coming. Hopefully, we're gonna upload it before.
Yeah, we're gonna upload the probably. Yeah. I forgot I gotta chop it up and all this other stuff like that.
Yeah, so we still got that one coming, but this is the second episode right now. We got a bunch of good topics to get into, and we're gonna dissect it, and hopefully, like, it's not too choppy, but
a brief.
Yeah.
You know. Well, what been up with you, yo?
Just doing some things.
Just doing some things. Staying out of the limelight.
Yeah, man.
How was your week?
I've been just checking up on the news, just catching up on all this crazy stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
What about you?
Chilling with the family. Smoke a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta cut that out. Yeah, I'll be like, God damn, yo, I smoke too much sometimes.
Smoking enough for you and the dog, and
yeah. I'm putting too much. You seen that Joe Button shit?
Nah. Well, I think you sent it to me, and I only watched half of it, but I seen that he was like playing with some dog's genitals. Joe Button playing with dog genitals. Why is that such a big story?
I don't know. Maybe because everybody just want to talk about something. Maybe because he got like a big podcast and that stuff that's going on with him and Charlamagne and shit.
But specifically that genital thing, because like I was reading some of the comments and people was like really dragging him for it. But like usually people don't. It's like a bunch of bigger stuff that people don't really like catch on to.
Yeah.
But it's like Joe Button playing with dog genitals. Everybody like, whoa. Sometimes
what
you
the
think.
heck?
Sometimes you think people care more about animals
than they care about their own people.
Than they care about like actual people.
I feel like a lot of people feel like that, and it do kind of sometimes sound weird, like when somebody be like, "Hey, I care about like my animals more than I care about a human," because it's like,
yeah. People openly say
what
that.
kind of slave only you would have been.
People openly say that, and I think that they be thinking that they being like cutesy or clever, but I don't know. It's like a real deficiency in your brain where you could openly and constantly keep on saying that you care about animals more than humans.
Yeah, that's something else, man. But there's been mad stuff going on, like now I'm seeing in the news, like Charlamagne. Like we got a lot to talk about and a lot to discuss today.
Yeah. I think alright, so we're gonna start like the biggest news that came out or that we want to get into first is the NFL. Alright, so the NFL just came back and they're already, owning headlines. They're already like big news. They're bigger news right now than when the NBA came back. When the NBA came back, they put Black Lives Matter on the court.
WNBA.
They were like one of the first sports to come back. I mean,
it was the first, right?
Like people talked about it, people cared a little bit, but their ratings were like in the dumps. Like their ratings, like Fox News was beating their ratings and trolling them every week because they were beating their ratings.
Jesus Christ.
Like the biggest games in basketball when they first came back was getting like 1 million views. And I think they still like hovering around that point, but their viewership is down by like 40% since last year, since they started all of this, social justice stuff.
Yeah, but me personally, I'm not really I wouldn't say I'm a basketball watcher.
Yeah.
Per se, like I only watch like I get heavy in basketball mostly like at the end of the season, playoff times because I bet, I gamble. Hypothetically. I gamble. Hypothetically, I gamble here.
Like gambling is like literally legal now.
In Jersey?
Yeah, it's legal everywhere. Like, look at all of these apps. They like show the apps during the game.
Yeah, but certain states is still like you can't. They say no.
Word?
Yeah.
I don't gamble, so I don't know. You know better than me.
Yeah, certain states I know for a fact that you can't cross over. Like
they show the commercials. If they show the commercials and you see them in Jersey, then I'm pretty sure.
But I don't know because like every state and every city got different commercials at certain times.
But yeah,
so who knows what they show on during that certain time?
Yeah, but the NFL, they came back and they already like hot. All right, so I don't know if you guys watched the game, but in the beginning of the game, they played the black national anthem, which is "Lift Every Voice and Sing." Now, if you black and you watching this, everybody who's black knows about "Lift Every Voice and Sing," and even if you don't, you should. And then that's when, after they played "Lift Every Voice and Sing," they started playing the regular national anthem. You know, and
Oh, say.
exactly.
Oh, say.
And when they played before they could play "Lift Every Voice and Sing," the Texans got up and walked right off the court, right off the field. They went right into the back.
Did they? Or did they stay for the whole thing?
No, the Texans got up and walked away, while the Chiefs stood there and locked arms while getting booed by the little bit of fans that was there. So, I mean, they're already grabbing headlines because of this. I feel like the ratings haven't, like, this just happened yesterday. We doing this on a Friday. The ratings didn't come out yet because it was only yesterday. But you know when the ratings come out, look at the NBA. It's like they didn't learn anything from what happened with the NBA.
So you think that football shouldn't boycott?
If they want to lose money.
Not boycott, like protests or like.
Yeah, like do all this social justice stuff because they already got like names of black people that was killed by police.
Yeah, on their helmets.
Yeah, it's like,
I like that.
Yo, like, what are they doing? If they care about money, do you care about money?
No. As people know, I don't. I really don't. Certain people is just different. I feel like with the NFL, this is a full circle thing. Because with the NFL, everything started with well, we all know it started damn near with Cap and stuff like that. It started with Cap,
and look what happened with generation. Look what happened when Cap first started this. Like right around 2 years ago, the big narrative around the NFL was that they were losing ratings because of the Kaepernick taking a knee protest. And now they bringing it back, but like triple times that.
They standing with them. The NFL standing behind them now.
But it's not the NFL's fight. Why is it that it's every...
But what fight? But so who fight is it?
It's black. It's anybody's fight who wants to take it up. But NFL is a corporation. Like the corporation's sole purpose is to make money. Anything that they're doing, even if they're showing support for your cause, they're doing it because they're trying to help their bottom line. So it's like you're accepting these vain shows of like support and appreciation after all of this capitulation, after years of not doing it. Now they're doing it because they know that the climate is so hot that they'll be like super eyeballs if they don't do it. And it's like you're fully taking and accepting their shows of solidarity, but you know that it's fraudulent because like all of these people, like if you looked into like the executive boards and like the financial people that work with the NFL behind every single team, and when you see that the people who have to make the decisions to okay these things, and you look at the meetings where they like decide to okay these things, like you're gonna be like, you know what, I'm good. You know what, like maybe like we should like take this in a different direction. Like these are not the people. This is not their fight. But they're there to make money.
But majority of them that's in. But majority of them that's in like football, just majority of them that's in any sport is from the hood, is from the neighborhood. And they've been around a lot of this stuff. So they still got friends that they still standing for. Granted, I understand completely what you're saying. And it is messed up for a lot of players to actually take this opportunity to actually help our people. And not help our people, but help their pockets. Yeah, screw them. F them. But they shouldn't get the limelight. And we all know that is BS.
But you'll never know who those players... You can't separate
that's the same thing
those
like a
players
cop.
from the cause.
That's the same thing like a good cop, bad cop.
My thing is that people feel so deeply... I don't understand it, like how people can get so mad about you taking a knee or boycotting or protesting the national anthem. Me, I personally don't have a problem with it. But my thing is that if you know that the majority of your audience has an issue with it, and you know that, like it's shown in the past, that it hurts your ratings, therefore it adversely affects your advertisers, and it just affects everything negatively in the end. It's going to hurt jersey sales. It's going to hurt everything. So I think in like 2 years they have collective bargaining, or like in 1 year. So when that comes up, and then that's when the coaches say, I mean not the coaches, the owners say, you know what, right now you guys are getting 48% of the pot. We want to give you guys 45% of the pot because we lost this amount of revenue when we listened to you guys. And now we want to like do it our way.
But are you going to blame that on what's happening now or COVID? Because it could ties it.
But
it
this
could
is
be an
the reason why I
though.
don't say COVID is because this has already happened with the Kaepernick. It's been tried and tested already, and they lost ratings.
Last year?
Yeah.
Last year, that ratings was okay.
But you don't remember the news cycle about them losing ratings?
Yeah, but I still believe that. I think sports ratings is tricky. It gets very tricky. Nobody really cares about certain games. It's just like last night game. I didn't watch the full last night game. I watched it probably to like third quarter when it was like maybe like 17-7. Like the game damn it was over. Like, and it's not my team. It's not like Dallas. If my team was playing, I watched the whole game.
I mean, NFL is king. So even though they lost ratings, they still dominated ratings. So like, yeah, that's true. But like when you look at the residual impact of like what happened then, and that wasn't even everybody or every team. That was just some games. There would just be like 1 or 2 people that would decide to kneel. Mm-hmm. I'm just talking about the crossover effect of
everybody.
This, like where you got people literally leaving the field. They come out and then decide to leave the field right before national anthem plays. I mean, and you got the names of people. It's like people have conflicting thoughts about, you know, those police interactions with those black people. Mm-hmm. It's like, I'm just talking about the bottom line, man. It shows extreme lack of foresight when you just sanction all of this stuff, because you're really only taking you're making it about race. You're making it about politics, and it's like people when they watch football or basketball, that's not what they want to see.
So, what you think sports players should do? Because think about this. Think about when the season is on. When the season off, nobody cares about sports players. Nobody is not in their face or anything like that. So their voice is not heard. You think so?
Yeah, people do care about them.
On the off season?
If they do, they can make news 24/7. Like look at First Take. First Take doesn't stop talking about sports, even when the sports season is dry. Like you can still find stories.
But they find stories out of other sports. So they go.
No, they don't.
So you believe
it's mainly basketball and football.
Sometimes baseball. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Fighting. Like who knows? But
no. So, I mean, we touched on this a bit last week too, when we were talking about the NBA. And we talked about the protests a little bit.
Yeah. So I don't want to. Yeah.
So you saying, all right? So just to like wrap this up, you saying that you agree with it?
What? I'm agreeing with the idea that I believe so. So in the beginning of the game, it really doesn't matter. Truthfully, they shouldn't have none of that shit in the beginning of the game.
Word.
That shit just started. So all that shit could be taken out.
They could take out the national anthem.
Yeah, they could take all that shit out. I don't really give a shit about that.
I think that'll make people upset, but I think people would prefer that over people actively boycotting it.
Yeah,
Not that I care personally, because I really don't care about. I don't know why people.
I don't
are so
really
upset.
care about this shit either. I don't care if you take a knee stand. I don't really give a damn my damn self. I do care though after the game and you're saying something.
But the names of like the people that was killed on the helmets.
You don't believe they should do that?
And I think somebody have Jacob Blake.
Yeah.
On a helmet, like this is disgusting.
I
think that's taking it like way too far.
How?
That's taking it way too far.
That's showing respect.
Because now you're making it about, because a lot of these people weren't unjustly killed, or you know, like just take Trayvon Brown. Like his story was a complete lie. Like as far as the hands up, don't shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Not Trayvon Brown. What's his name?
Which
Michael Brown.
Michael Brown.
Michael Brown. Like that hands up, don't shoot narrative was a complete lie. Like he actually fought with the cops. But anyway,
he actually messed with the cops.
He fought with the cop. Like he like went for his gun and the cop had to shoot him.
But why though? But that story is still why the cops was messing with him. So do you believe that as a black person, do you feel as if that people should have the right to walk around freely? And what I mean by freely is if I live in a state that's okay for me to have a gun, even if I just have a gun carry, because you don't know if I got a gun carrier's permit unless you ask me.
Yeah.
So, do you believe that with my skin complexion, it's okay for me to be walking around with a gun?
Of course.
So, if that's okay, why the problem is that cops are shooting people that feel that it is okay. So it's like
it's not true.
You don't believe so?
I know.
So you believe that no cop is like every cop is just like they mess with you for a reason. Like it's a reason behind they messing with you.
It depends. Like I believe that black people get pulled over. People get pulled over unjustly, but I do believe that black people get pulled over at a higher rate unjustly. Also, black people are the recipients of police excessive force. Disproportionately, but as far as black people getting killed disproportionately to whites, in interactions with police, that's completely not true. But as far as like excessive force and just having overall bad interactions with cops, black people do have more bad interactions with cops, and that's what skews our perception of cops, rightfully so. Because not everybody is going to be a statistician and look into the facts and be like, black people really aren't getting killed more, but we still hate the cops because they always messing with us. Like that's way too long of a statement. It's like
a comma with it. That come a comma, a period.
Like people don't want to say that, but like, I mean, whenever I see a cop, whenever you're driving, just say you're driving down the highway. Or you're driving down like a street, a busy parkway, whatever, and you see a cop parked on the side, literally just waiting to give somebody a ticket for doing anything. Doesn't that make you like on the inside, like say F the police?
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like
it makes me feel like you're wasting taxpayers' money.
You're wasting taxpayers' money, and you're wasting my time. And you out to get me.
Yeah.
And if they stop you, in particular, you're gonna be like, out of all of these people, you stop me.
You stop, and yeah, I've been through that. Yes.
And like, it be situations like with people, like just like you wanna like, it's something that everybody does, but a cop will stay right there on something that everybody does, just to like pull you over. So like, yeah, it's understandable why people hate the cops. I get it, but and plus like we have a whole culture that gives off that energy, hip hop culture. So it's understandable, but it's like as far as the killing, just talking about the killings, that's not based in fact.
So your problem is more so with the killing and everything that goes on with the killing, like the after effect that happens with the killing.
Yes.
Okay.
Because people don't even wait for videos to come out. Now it's just like on site riots. Like,
do you believe that majority of these people that's protesting? Do you believe that it's more black people protesting than it is whites?
I can't use stronger left.
Be careful with who helps you.
Listen, I cannot use strong enough language, but no, that's absolutely not. It's like.
So you believe it's more blacks?
It's more whites. I believe.
So you okay?
It's probably like a 20-to-1 ratio.
Okay, yeah.
In the New York Post, they just did a piece about this. Like they went into the lives of the people that was arrested over Daniel Prude. And they showed like I want to say about 8 people. They showed it inside their lives. Like these people are affluent. We talking about like the kids of like architects and professors.
They got that.
And like artists. Like we talking about people that perform like singing performances on yachts.
Rappers and all.
Yeah, I read the article, and I was just reading about their life, and it's completely opposite of like the people that they saying that they stand up for. It's like these people go into your neighborhood and they ruin it, and then that's when they go back to their neighborhood and
live freely.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and these people hate capitalism. And they walk around with iPhones. It's just complete hypocrisy.
That's why I never really liked the protest thing because of all that stuff that happens. That's why I always feel as if like black people don't really need to protest. Just do something totally different.
Yeah.
Like let's just do something totally different. I'm okay with like I'm on some new Tosa movement shit.
Yeah, but you're not cool with the protest, but you like the protest basically, or I
like this awareness.
The demonstration.
I like
I like sports events.
I like the fact that people are aware. Like I feel like I wouldn't call myself a YouTuber, but me having another channel and me like talking to like other celebrities because I do talk to other celebrities. Some celebrities I feel as if they feel like they're too good for you, and it make me feel as if like they not in tune with the streets. Like you get what I'm saying? They're not in tune with the community and what's happening with the community.
That's the problem.
So sometimes when stuff like this happens, it make me feel good. Now, like I said before, the only thing I feel like is missing sometimes is them not bringing up real problems. Like you stuck on one problem, but it's like that problem may never get fixed. Let's start talking about other problems that could get fixed or could happen in the community.
Are they talking about a problem that's not even a real problem? It's a lie. Like I said, the stats do not match what they're promoting.
So do you believe that cops is good?
I believe they're overwhelmingly decent. Yeah.
You believe that it's more cops?
I've had interactions with cops.
You believe?
I'm talking about in like the white areas, because I spent some time in Virginia. I worked out there, Northern Virginia. The rich part.
That's where they claim we came from.
The rich part.
That's where they said we landed.
I had 2 interactions with police out there. I got stopped by a black cop the first time.
Different.
And I got stopped by a white cop the second time.
Different.
I got a ticket and during one of those interactions. Which one do you think it was?
The black.
Okay.
I already know.
But you said before that they trying to prove that they're connected to the streets. That's like one of the most, for me, that's one of the most ignorant takes that these people could take, because they always trying to show that they connected and that they down. Yet they have the platform that they have by not following what most of the streets is doing, by not doing street activities. But then,
you think so?
My dude, like they get to where they at through hard work and perseverance.
Everybody?
And consistency.
Everybody?
Who doesn't?
A lot of people?
Name a successful person that didn't get there, that's speaking on these issues or whatever, and that's trying to represent for the streets, that didn't get there through hard work and perseverance and through talent.
So, do you believe that, before I answer that question, do you believe that a young kid that's 18, 19 years old playing sports, rapping, or doing anything like that had a hard life? Had a hard life?
Some did, some didn't.
So that's what I'm saying. Like you're saying, perseverance. Some people didn't have. Some people was born with a golden spoon. They don't want to say it. They don't want to say it. It's a lot of them. They don't want to say it, and it's a lot of them that went through the hard, like the real hard, get it out the mud type shit.
That's a good point.
You know
like some celebrities that.
And I believe that it's more celebrities that got rich parents and famous parents, especially when it comes to sports and acting and all that other shit. Is they parents is like, it's like wealth is being born with wealth. On top of that, just put it that way.
Yeah, they're like woven into the entertainment system.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
All right. Besides those people, like just take Saquon Barkley. Take Patrick Mahomes, take Cam Newton, take LeBron James, take any one of these huge mega stars. Besides LeBron James, like he didn't go to college. I'm about to tell you something. He didn't go to college.
Yeah, he was rich before. Yeah,
but still, like he played sports. He did high school. But like they got to where they were because they joined an established organization. Like a lot of black people that's in the streets, they don't want to do things on the up and up. Like they don't want to join a college. They don't want to like get a 9 to 5. They don't want to do things, the establishment way.
The white way.
The establishment
way. The white way. The white way. Just say it, the white way.
The establishment way. The white
American way. The white American way, how they want you to be.
So, playing basketball in the NBA.
No.
Playing basketball in the NBA
we ain't
is
gonna
white?
talk sports. We're going to talk like you said. You said going to school, doing it right, getting a 9 to 5. That's the American, that's what they deem, feel as if is right. But a lot of people can't live that lifestyle, and a lot of people just don't want to live that lifestyle. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people really can't live that lifestyle because they got locked up. So it's like, just take that. And just a lot of past shit. But then a lot of people can't go to school because a lot of people, especially in the black community, that the school system is not teaching us to even go to college. So you can't.
It is teaching us to go to college. That's the problem.
I'm talking the hood public school. You're talking the hood public school.
It is. They teach you to go to college?
You believe that.
I didn't go to a hood public school?
But you're different. You're different.
But I'm telling you, they teach you to go to college.
But you're different, though.
It's mad people I graduated with that went to college.
It's a lot of people that went to college. But how many people graduated?
Did you go to college?
How many people graduated?
That's not the point.
How many people graduated?
But
how many people were forced to go to college?
Your school pushes college.
I believe your parents pushes college. Your school just tells you about it.
Okay, but they let you know about college.
But still,
they have guidance counselors there to guide you.
But that's not even the point. The point is, what I'm trying to say is the school system ain't for everybody. You get what I'm saying? So me not going to college and me not having certain other jobs.
You misconstrued what I said. I said the establishment way, like meaning doing things the right way on the up and up.
Doing things the American.
I'm talking about getting an LLC, being official, being above the law, legit. That's what I mean by establishment way. I mean not working out, like coloring out super outside the line, doing things illegally. Because people don't want to be misperceived as uncool.
But why can't I do something that's out the line when everybody else did?
Because then that's when you're going to run into problems.
Then I run into problems.
So you willing to get locked up because you don't have proper paperwork?
I wouldn't say I'm going to get locked up, but certain things, like when it comes to a business, yeah, you do what you got to do.
Exactly.
But so you bringing up school with a business?
Did I say school? I said the establishment way.
Which is go to school, 9 to 5, blah, 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 right?
Did I say that?
Yeah, you just said go to school, a 9 to 5 is the establishment way. That's what you said. I'm just going off of what you said.
No, I said a lot, like these people, they just happen to go to school. They play sports. Yeah, they went to school. I'm saying the school is the organization. They play sports through that organization, and that's when they getting paid because of it. They went through the proper steps to get paid. And it's
so you trying to say
it's structured. It's a plan
for them to do this.
But when they try, what I'm saying is like when they try to rep for the streets, they're not telling people the raw facts. They're not telling them, listen,
if you want to play basketball, you got to go to college.
They play. If you want to make money playing basketball,
you gotta go to college.
Go to college. Or like if you really want to make money doing XYZ, then just do it the right way. There's like many different avenues. You have grants that people don't even know about. You can get free money to do what you want to do. And it's like a bunch of programs out here helping people, and it's like people don't want to go anything that seems like it's established, anything that has steps to it, like people don't want to do it.
They don't want to do it.
And it's like they not pushing that message. It's like they more so just pushing this like ignorant, absent of critical thought, just black and white racism. It's like what?
But do you believe that
you just called it white?
It is
the white way, like
it is the white way. A 9 to 5, bro, going to school and doing. Do you feel as if I always just felt as if
so people that's barbers in the hood that went to like hair school. And now they barbers in the hood. They got their own shop, whatever, and they hustling.
That's a trade school.
That's the establishment
but
way.
Trade school,
you got your papers,
but a trade school,
and you're above the law.
So do you put a trade school and college on the same platform, same playing field?
You putting words in my mouth.
I'm asking you a question.
Your own argument.
Are you
like what are you talking about?
The question is a trade school?
I believe I speak good English. I was saying. That, you can't be like making fake arguments.
But what I'm saying, I just feel as if a lot of things do need to be switched. Like sports in the school system should be taken out. I just feel like sports in the school system should be taken out. It shouldn't be together. It should be separate.
I mean, that's
you know what I'm saying. But that's a different.
Yeah, that's huge.
But that's why I feel a certain way when we talking about how we talk about. When we talking about the certain things that we're talking about now, as far as in like going to school and doing all this. Because still, once again, I understand. Yeah, you went to school and I went to school. We may know a couple of people that went to school, but I know a lot of niggas that went to school that couldn't fucking read. So, and it was like, especially in my school, you had to fill out a college application to even graduate. They said. So it's like a lot of people damn near was forced to go to college or just went to college and not wondering how school is. A lot of niggas really wanted to get out of high school.
You had to fill a college application to graduate high school?
See, that's what they were telling us.
I never heard of that before, and that's completely...
Yo, if anybody, now I'm saying school...
I don't know.
They said, you got to fill out a college application. They ain't even care what it is. Just fill out a college application. You know
I almost didn't do the SATs, fill out any applications. I really almost did. I didn't care about college. I didn't want to go to college, but after I went, I was glad I did.
Good, yeah. I was glad I did.
But yeah, like, man, to bring it full circle, these protests and these athletes, they're not being truthful. They're not being upfront. And they're dumbing down the conversation to such a level that it's just ridiculous. Like, their support is that white colonial support, that Democrat support, that they just want to keep you on like this superficial level, and I hate it. And we also have like another story that ties into like this whole concept of like the fake narrative about the cops killing black people and just police interactions with black people in general. Because like, if you listen to them, they will have you thinking that black people walk down the street and are just super afraid of the cops. And it's just completely not true. Like it was a story, and when you watch this clip, you're going to be like shocked. You will never be able to predict what's going to happen in this clip. It's the most shocking thing I've seen all week. But we're gonna cue it up and play it for you so that we can react to it. You gotta start this from the beginning.
I got it, everybody. Just give us a second, my niggas. We probably put it right here. You're gonna see it right here somewhere. But just this clip right here.
You want nothing to do with it, bro? I ain't had nothing to do with this shit. Hey, bro, you better go. I'm gone.
Hey, dropping shit. Damn. Go on, get on. Hey. I don't want to really show too much. You know, copyright.
You seen that?
But we seen the whole thing though. But yeah.
We can link that video.
Yeah, we definitely gonna link original really down below. But
as you see, it was a cop trying to arrest a kid. The kid started teeing off on the cop and getting the better of the cop around a bunch of his friends. Well, we don't know if they were his friends. We don't know that. All right, we don't know that. But like around a bunch of other young black men. Mm-hmm. And what happened was that
they protected the cop.
They swarmed on the dude.
Yeah, I feel like
they swarmed on him to stop him beating up the cop.
Sometimes. I feel like that will always happen sometimes. Yo, I really do feel as if like, if something was to really happen and not thinking, just reacting, I feel like black people would definitely help cops out, depending on the situation. You think what I'm saying?
When have you ever heard of that happening?
What, that?
Young black men.
I think I seen something like that before though, like somebody tackling like some guy and helping a cop. It was a video not too long ago.
So that you saying that what we just showed, that's just common? That happens over
I
time?
wouldn't say that's common.
So why are you talking about it like it's common?
But the conversation that I do want to have though with this, do you feel as if the community sometimes do need to step in when people getting arrested? Just to make sure like nothing really happens.
No. Well, no. I think that it had a good outcome, but it could have easily had a bad outcome. That was surprising. What this shows is that some people get it, because we don't know what that kid was doing to get arrested. We have complications.
Complications.
You gotta do this out. But listen, I can't talk. I need you here.
Yeah,
you can just edit it out.
All right, we back.
So what that clip shows is that we don't know what that kid did
at all
to get the cops called on him, or like to for the cop to like try to arrest him. And what those black kids that were surrounding him shows is that they have a level of what these players and what society's trying to do. They trying to dumb it down to black and white, authority, subject, and like. The people that was actually there surrounding, who actually seen the situation, they know that wasn't the real story. Whatever that kid was doing, they wanted to see him get his just due. You don't know what he was doing that made the cop come. But no, do I feel like they should have did that? That should be like standard protocol, even if the cop is getting whooped. No, because anything could have happened. Like, what if they would have beat that kid to death, or like.
I think
I feel like the cop is out of pocket. The cop is out of pocket because the cop should have had help. Like these cops doing things with just two cops, like trying to arrest people.
But sometimes you can't. But it's more people than it is cops in the city. So it can only be two cops in certain places. But that's different though. That's you know what I'm saying.
You ever had a car impounded?
Yeah.
While you was driving, they had to get out the car.
No.
That happened to me. My registration was expired. The cop pulled me over, and it was a black cop. My worst interaction with a cop was a black cop.
Always, yeah.
But anyway.
It's always with somebody else. Mine was Puerto Rican, was Spanish.
The cop pulled me over. He waited in his car for like 15 minutes. We just waiting. Seen like another cop car pull up. Seen another cop car pull up. And I believe it was like a third cop car that pulled up. But anyway, they waited for backup because anything can go down. These cops, like with Jacob Blake, with all these different. I seen too many videos of like cops getting beat up. The kid in Atlanta, not on Mount Arbery, but the one after Mount Arbery, afterwards they was like burning down Wendy's. But these situations where it's just two cops trying to apprehend one person, or like in that video, one cop trying to apprehend somebody, that's completely out of pocket. And like you're calling for things to go wrong because not like people say cops need more training. It's not enough training in the world for like any cop that passes, all the exams, all the tests to become a cop, and that's like on the up and up, no criminal history, good dude. Who becomes a cop to police his city, like that. Everybody that's a cop is not going to be able to beat every dude up, and you don't even have to be able to beat every dude up. You have to be able to apprehend somebody. But like that's not reasonably expected for every cop to be able to do.
I believe that. Hold on, my fault. I was going to play the video again. I believe that it is a way that people can train cops to handle the situations that is at hand. You get what I'm saying?
You watch the UFC?
This is not UFC. I'm not comparing my life that I walk around with a UFC. Like I got locked up before when I was just coming out of the store, Hypothetically. Know what I'm saying? And know what I'm saying, like, and the cop just pulled me over.
But I didn't let you finish your point. I didn't know what you were about to say.
Alright, so what I was trying to say was, damn, I forgot.
You're saying something about like
bad memory.
Cops should be able to handle these situations.
I feel like cops should be able to handle these situations. Why? Because just like if I'm going to police school, why you're not training me the correct way? Not to harm people, but to just like what you said, this UFC. Why you're not training me to really take down somebody? Not bring them down. No, really take them down. Like take me down as if like I'm some UFC shit.
That's what I was about to say.
But and another thing, I feel as if like depending on the situation when a cop is being called, a cop shouldn't carry a gun to a situation. You get what I'm saying? Depending on the situation, a cop shouldn't carry a gun in that situation.
So you believe that the cops should? So what should they bring?
I believe keep that shit in the fucking car. If the situation called at hand, then I'm saying bring out the gun that's called at hand. But you have a lot of incidents that we having now that a lot of people is getting shot by cops that shouldn't get shot by cops. 9 out of 10, if you ask any cop, 9 out of 10 they're gonna say, yo, I never used my gun. And they be working for like 25 years. So it's like, what the fuck are you even carrying it for, my nigga? Because of situation? So you can't say it because of situations, because situations don't happen. So I'm just saying, if you being caught, that's just like perfect example.
Can I show you something?
But hold on. I got you. Yeah, show me something. But after a cop pulled you over, right? After the cop pulled you over,
yes.
You ain't have no gun or anything like that.
No.
So did a gun need to be even around or anything like that? No, right?
You talking about the after effect.
But I'm saying, right then and there, when he pulled you over and you wind down your window, was there a threat?
That's not the point.
But was there a threat?
That's ridiculous.
But was there a threat? So what you need your gun for? I'm just saying.
So let's reform the police, and let's make it a rule that for certain situations, cops are not gonna have guns.
Okay.
And that's standard protocol. So now everybody, you guys know that if the call is about this, that, or the third, that cop does not have a gun. Have at it, everybody.
Do you believe that cops get shot at a lot?
That's not the point.
So you believe that
when you walk around,
so do you believe it's going to be a trigger just like that? Hey yo, now we're going to start shooting cops, yo, because this.
So I'm supposed to be a cop going into situations, or just say you don't even call them cops. Say you call them something different that answer to like certain situations. They can't have a firearm to protect themselves.
If nobody is being shot
what makes them the authority figure then? If they can't have a way to absolutely protect themselves.
But you have cops that don't have guns and they just have a badge. So they stand behind a badge. They don't stand behind a gun. So now you have a bunch of cops
what are they called?
That stands behind a gun. What are you standing behind a gun for? If you that fucking scared, don't be a cop. Period.
Oh my God. So now it's about being scared now?
Yeah. My nigga, I'm not calling somebody to be scared if I'm in trouble, my nigga. I don't give a damn about you. I don't care if you.
What kind of policing is this? Is like the G code police force?
If I call the cops and something is happening and somebody threatening me or anything like that, and you come to my rescue, my nigga, with fear, my nigga, I want you fired. Like I want you fired. Bro. If I call them for protection. If I call for protection, nigga, that's just like that's just like getting your older brother to go fight somebody that you can't beat. It's like I'm getting you for protect because I know you can beat him. You think what I'm saying? Like,
I know you could beat him. So that's what people call on the cops for, to like squad up, roll up their sleeves, and like see who's the best out of me and you. We got Big Rug over here. He's gonna come and like he's gonna come and put you in dubs.
Big Rube about to fight me.
Yo, that but makes absolutely no sense.
So you believe that they need a gun? What you need a gun for?
Yo, the cops not there to prove that they tough. It's not a battle of cojones.
But like it's not about
that's retarded. Like
but it's not
the
about
cops are there
tough if you're
to
not being
de-escalate the situation.
If it's a situation,
they're there to bring like they're like a sign of justice. They're like a sign of the law.
But shooting people is what? Sign of the law?
What do you mean? Like if the person is being violent and they feel like they have to protect somebody else from that person or they have to protect themselves from that person, then yes.
Then yes, use your gun.
You know what?
So you believe that everybody...
See, we wasn't going to talk about this.
So wait.
No, listen. I got something for you. Keon.
Yeah, Key, cut no names.
I got something for you, my brother.
You know, in Jersey City, a cop shot somebody this week that just passed.
I heard, but I don't know who they shot.
Yeah, I could do your own research with certain things.
All right, here we go. I got a video for you. Now, when you see this, you have to give me your honest reaction to it, and we're gonna watch the whole thing. Okay? All right, here we go.
Still walking at us with a knife, not following commands. The knife down, please! No! Click it up! Shots fired, Central, shots fired! Click it up! Hands on your back!
He has a knife in his hand. You can't see it because it's all blurred out.
Ah, no! Get on the ground! No! Get on the ground, man!
Laced him. Shot.
Tase him!
My man is still up walking around.
No!
Look at this. Got my man at knife point.
Oh, he's not really
Not anymore.
Oh, God!
Do you believe you should have shot it with that cop in
Keon,
front of him?
Stop, Keon.
I'm just saying, do you believe he should have shot with his friend? Like,
that's not the point.
Partner?
The point is that...
Okay, go ahead. Because you want to react for real to it. Go ahead.
All right. The guy... I'm sure they probably got calls. It's some guy walking around with a knife threatening people.
Okay.
What if that was the call? And what if they showed up without firearms?
But how you going to show up when I completely said if there's no weapon or anything like that? So now you got a phone call. Now you got a phone call with a weapon. Now you're bringing your weapon to this phone call. Now, I understand that somebody called and was like, hey, yo, somebody...
I don't understand what you're saying.
What I'm trying to say is depending on the code that is called, the code, because that's what cops go by. The code that is called, that's who they should be going with. So, just like you said, a nigga with a knife, they just got a phone call with a nigga with a knife. All right, my nigga. I'm not going to go somewhere unless I have a weapon. That's just like bringing a knife to a gunfight. Like you got to bring something. I'm not saying don't go nothing. But if they got a phone call of just a guy just going crazy and just disturbing the peace,
what if that was the call?
Without a weapon?
What if that was the call?
Without a weapon.
Yeah.
2 cops.
Yeah.
2 cops. Why can't one just stay close by? Why can't one just stay close by and the other one just...
So no guns? They should... So you're saying this situation...
So you believe...
No, let me ask you. So this situation, just say that the call was... It's this guy going crazy. He's in the middle of the street, and he's like harassing passengers or he's harassing passerbys.
Okay.
If that was the call that they got, you saying that these cops shouldn't have showed up without their guns?
So you run around with your gun in the car. You're a cop, right? You still got your gun.
Keon, this guy got laced twice. He was still up and walking around. Do you know these people with PC? You know these people who be high on PCP? They have superhuman strength, and they be wilding.
You from Jersey where niggas do wet.
You see, Jacob Blake got tased.
You seen some shit?
He had 2 cops on him. He just got up like nothing happened.
So you believe shooting him was the best thing? You believe killing somebody, taking them out this world, when they don't have a weapon, is the best solution to handle stuff? Because if you do, that's some serial killer shit. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
If anybody feel as if that's a punk, that's just like a punk that get knocked out and feel as if he got to go get a gun. The fuck are you like, nigga? What?
It was.
What are you talking about? If you're a cop, my nigga, I'm not a cop. So I didn't go to police school. I didn't do all this shit. But you did. So when you get called, my nigga, your first thought should never be, yo, let me put my gun out. That should never be your fucking first thought. I got a child to go to too. Just like they do.
Who said that that's their first thought?
Come on, bro. You know that's a cop first thought. First thing a nigga do when he come to your car is what? Got his hand where? He don't got his hand right here. He don't got his hand right here. He got his hand right here.
But that's not.
My nigga, you see me speeding? Alright, nigga, I'm speeding.
You make it sound like that's every cop. I've been pulled over going to work. I've been pulled over twice in Virginia. I've been pulled over a couple of times in Jersey. On the highway, a couple of blocks from my house, you know, just driving throughout the city. And it's like, I don't recall one time me feeling threatened or like a cop came up to the window with his hand on his gun.
Do you ever remember?
I do remember.
Like you seen a cop coming out, going there.
I seen him walking up,
standing in front of your car. Is he bending over like this? Like, hey, how you doing?
Yo, those couple of times I've been pulled over, not one of those times have I felt like they walked up with their hand on their gun.
Every time.
Or I felt like I had a reason to be scared. I just talked to them normal, each and every time.
Sometimes I don't say nothing.
And nothing happened to me.
Sometimes I don't say nothing.
The vast majority of those interactions, like they was cool, they was cordial, and they just let me go.
I wouldn't say all the time I got pulled over. It was a quick.
But you just watched the video.
But that's different though. Like
of
I
a
said,
man
running
towards the cops. He shoots the guy. Just say like 6 times. He shoots him 6 times. The guy rolls around on the ground, immediately gives up, walks around, runs towards the other cop, has him at knife point, could have killed him, and then that's when the cop shoots him dead.
You think Bruce Lee would have took him?
Yeah, I don't know what you and all of these other people want from cops. It's like you think that these people got superpowers.
No, I think
like you hold them on such a high. Like these people are human beings. They have families.
I think
somebody has to do the job.
But
what you're saying is that you want the standard so high that it's impossible for them to do their job.
Yep.
Or you want them to be. You want each and every one of them to be Jackie Chan or something.
Yep. I feel as
if nobody is Jackie. Like
I feel
that's
as if
real.
my nigga, if you want to be a motherfucking cop, it should be the hardest motherfucking thing in the world to be. Why? Because you have just regardless whether you say it or not, you have power. Period. And the power that I'm talking about is a gun. Just like what we said, cops should stand behind badges and they don't. They stand behind guns. So it's just like that situation that you just showed me don't happen every day.
That's not the point. The point is that it could happen.
But it don't happen every day. The point that do happen every day
who says it doesn't happen every day?
I say majority of the things I could say.
It's hundreds of shootings every year. Like it could be happening every day. It could have happened today, yesterday.
A shooting, okay.
A cop shooting a civilian because of like a violent civilian.
But just like I said though, you got a gun. It ain't like you don't have a gun if you're in your car. You have a gun. You being called to a scene. The scene that you being called to, what you need.
All right, so what? You have something seriously against cops?
It ain't,
so like,
no,
what are you really trying to say?
No, I believe.
Are you really trying to say that you don't believe that cops should exist?
I believe that we need a system now.
Because nothing. Because if you don't agree with the cops on this, you don't agree with the cops on this situation.
My anger, majority of the time, ain't with the cops. Majority of the time is not with the cops. Yeah, the situation. Yeah, and the person that did something to somebody in the uniform of a cop, I got a situation with. But my problem is with the system of the cops. It's not the cop, it's the system. So it's everything that goes behind with being a cop. Just like a football, just like sports, I feel as if it shouldn't be in school, it should be separate. But like being a fucking cop, my nigga, what? How long you could be a cop? What? 9 months and then you get a gun? A couple of months and then you got a badge and shit and you walking around the city? Is that cool? That's not cool, my nigga. That's not, well, I'm talking. That's not cool.
So what are you saying? You saying that cops should be what?
Nigga, you should be as a cop, nigga, just like the army. Do 4 years. Do 4 years somewhere in school in cop school.
Okay.
Really protect these people. So by the time your ass coming out, but by the time you coming out, you'll have a different understanding. You ain't just like a born ready killer. Cause you got females.
So after they do all of this training, you think that they're gonna be so prepared that after, just say that they do 5, 6 years, 4 years, like you said, that when they come out of that academy, they should be able to go. They should have all the skills ready to go to the scene of like these police calls with no weapons, and then be able to take on most situations.
My last story will contradict everything. Because if they do it like that, then them having a gun, because you're training somebody for a long stint period of time of what the fuck a gun is. Like really, really what a gun is. Not okay, if you get into danger, just pull this shit out and pop. That's a nigga in the hood. That's some nigga that's on the corner. Like some shit happened, I'm saying, just pull that shit out and pop.
This doesn't connect to your old point at all.
But what I'm trying to say is, if a nigga is really getting trained for the situations, because majority every city repeats the same goddamn.
Do you agree
crime.
with the cops in the video I just showed?
In that situation?
Do you agree with the cops?
That situation?
Yes.
Yes.
So what are we talking about then?
That situation is different. That situation ain't like a cop coming.
But the cops.
All right, just like that video we just seen.
But
right?
you never fully answered my hypothetical. So hypothetically, if that call was crazy guy in the street, wilding out, do you believe that the cops should have showed up? They have a right to show up with a gun.
All right, so cops wilding out in the street, so which means you can see him visually when you.
Not cops wilding out in the streets. Like there's a guy.
But what I mean is, you could see him
harassing people.
But you could see him visually. So when you pulling up, I could see him visually. I can see him through my window. I could see him through the window shield. Right? I could see him. It ain't like I can't see. I can see the window shield and that's it. No, I see him when I pull up. Now, I ain't trying to say, what if he had it behind his back? You don't know. So you don't know. Let's go with that. Right? He don't got nothing in his hands. But you coming out, and the first thing, I don't know really what to do, per se, because one, I completely said that if you get training for that, you would be prepared for that situation. Because a lot of people, they get put in situations that they never got put in before. Battery died. I know, good shit. But let's just move on. We just gonna move on, cause it's still just. I just still feel as if I'm all over the place with the answers, but having a cop go through, just like I said, we from the hood, we really, really from the hood. You feel me? And a lot of cops ain't from where we from. So the situations that goes on in our community should be for niggas that's for our community, because they know what goes on in our community sometimes. They know certain people. That
pulling your punches, trying to do things super systematically, like the way, so that it looks good when you write it down on paper, and that's a dangerous game if you're a cop to play, because you playing with your life.
You playing with anybody else's life though.
I wish I could remember his name, but the guy that was in Atlanta that got shot in the back when he was running away because he grabbed the cop taser. You gonna look it up?
No, I know what you're talking about though.
I always forget his name. Rayshard Brooks. Like, the cops, they were being way too polite in that situation. Like, once a guy starts tossing you he the Incredible Hulk, and he's handling 2 cops, it's like the time for trying to be civil and try to do everything by the book and let's go to the taser and then let's go to here and there. It's no, my dude. It's you got to protect your own life. That guy could have ripped the taser out the cop hand. It's in situations like this, it's you saying that cops should be able to, they should be like these people that have no idea about physical altercation. That's why I brought up the UFC earlier. Because like if you watch the UFC, you get a very realistic view of what fighting is like. Like people grow up and like they have this very Hollywood idea of what actual trained martial artists would train individuals, like how they should be able to handle a situation. That's not realistic. I was about to show you a video of a UFC champion, an ex-UFC champion. One like his nickname is the Prodigy because at a young age, like he was so good that like they just called him the Prodigy. He got laid out by a regular dude in the streets. They got into an altercation. They caught it on video. He got slumped. Like I'm talking about knocked out cold. And like embarrassing like the UFC, embarrassing like the whole like UFC or MMA community. It's like this dude has trained this stuff for most of his life, and he got laid out by a regular dude. Like there's no amount of training that's going to be able to prepare you to square up with everybody in the world. That's not realistic. It doesn't work like that. And like for you to like even have that mindset as somebody that's supposed to enforce the law, like you can have an altercation at 9 a.m. and then like you're supposed to like go back on the streets and then like be able to square up again at like 2 p.m. It's like, come on, man. That's not realistic, man.
Still, once again, I'm not...
You got to protect your own life.
But like I said before, right.
You need the means to be able to do it without backlash and like all of this pressure being put on people to resign and stuff like that. The police chief in the Daniel Prue case, he resigned. Not just the police chief, but like all the like chief staff, they resigned. They stepped down. And it's like all because of political pressure, because people like you who see it from like one angle, they would just want to put all these pressure on like regular human beings for like accidents or like situations where police were justified.
Police ain't justified. I believe they're not justified. You think that they are. I feel like they're not.
In most situations, they are justified.
But you still is.
So I can show you another video.
You can show me 100. You can show me 100 videos. Now I'm saying every video is still going to be depending on the situation.
There is a video that goes directly against Jacob Blake's case.
You get what I'm saying? Depending on the situation, now I'm saying cops may be right or wrong. But all I'm trying to say that can slow a lot of shit down and wipe a lot. Because like I said before, the problem is not that. The problem is a system. Is the system with the cops. You dig what I'm saying? I understand cops do need to protect themselves. But when you sign up to be a cop, my nigga, you're not signing up to be a cop to work just a 9 to 5 and go home. You sign up to be a cop to be a superhero to these little kids, a superhero to these teenagers, a superhero to these niggas that's in college. And walking around sometimes with your chest poked out because you got a badge and shit and you got a gun. And what's so fucked up about a cop can't even get his goddamn regular gun until you goddamn fill out your gun permit. You can't even take your own damn gun. That's a problem. That's telling you right there why I gotta do all this, but to be a cop I get it like that. That's cool with you? So a regular civilian gotta go through all these shits to get that shit. But a nigga that's trying to be a cop.
You're not talking about every jurisdiction or location, every city, every state. You're only talking about select states.
Alright, so where I'm at, alright, so we could even take that out. Right? Still, once again, it still comes to the point of if you feel as if you need a gun to calm a situation down, there's something that should be wrong with you.
So now you're back.
I'm just saying there should be something wrong with you, bro.
You see how he dance around?
How?
You see how you can't listen. You can't listen to people. Like nothing's ever good enough.
You still ain't telling me what's alright. So give me a good reason.
So these people like you basically just want to get rid of the cops, or you want to like make the standards so high so that if anything they do is going to be looked at as wrong anyway.
Yes.
People make mistakes. People are human.
So
if you're making rules for cops, you're going to put the bar so high that like no human could possibly meet it.
Okay.
There's going to be so what's the point of having the cops?
I'm cool with that.
So you cool with that?
I'm cool with that.
Exactly. Exactly. Now we at it. Now you just ridiculous now.
Cause look what just happened. The community.
He don't want cops.
I want community lockup. I lock a nigga up myself. No, what I'm saying.
I'm cool with like no cops.
No. But what I'm trying to say,
we just had like a 30-minute discussion just for it to come to like I'm cool with no cops.
I'm cool with no cops.
You should have just started with that.
Nah, but what I'm trying to say is I understand what you're saying, but you only looking at it at one point because you're still not looking at.
I'm looking at it.
So what happened? So what happened?
Just like the criminal is human.
Just like human.
The trained cop is human.
So just human, right? Just human. Shooting somebody in the back thinking that they got a weapon is what? That's accident? What you call that? Accident?
What? If you shooting somebody in the back, if it looks like they're reaching for something, they're going for something, that's justified. Like Jacob Blake.
That's justified?
That was justified.
So you believe me reaching for something is justified? And me getting shot in the back by a cop?
I can pull up another video.
I told you could pull up 1,000 videos, bro.
Honestly, I think you need to see this video.
Go ahead, bro. Pull up all the videos that you can pull up.
Because the reason for me pulling this up is because the situation is like a perfect mirror for the Jacob Blake situation. Like people say, oh, he just reached in his car, and it's like people don't understand what could happen in the blink of an eye.
Still but his situation is different because the cops wasn't called for him.
I didn't even show him the video.
But the cop
wasn't different.
But the cop wasn't called for him.
But he had a warrant for his arrest.
The cop wasn't called for him. Perfect example. The video we just
the cop was called for him.
But perfect example. The videos we just was watching with
the lady called the cops on him.
Listen, you sure?
She did. She called the cops on him.
I don't know because I heard two different stories. There's a lot of stories that's going around still to this day.
He sexually violated her. You know what he did to her?
No, you gotta bring that up. Like that day for the cops to be called on him?
Yes.
That day.
Yes.
So all that happened that day.
He was in her house. He put his fingers in her thing. Like she woke up with like him doing this to her. Put his fingers inside of her, and then said, "You smell like you've been with other men." Left. But then that's when he came back later in the day and she called the cops. She was like, he's here. And then that's when the cops showed up to arrest him. And then that's when all of that went down.
I heard a totally different story. I heard people was fighting, cops came through. So I don't know.
No.
That you would have to show me. I don't know.
I'm going to, based on the police interaction with the cop, I'm going to show you a perfect situation. Like this video is a bit longer. It's like 2 minutes. I'm not going to show the exact full thing, but I'm going to show you enough. It's like an exact mirror because people like you, they say these things. Oh, he should have been shot reaching, blah, blah, blah. That's like the same thing as somebody reaching into their pocket. But
why are you not strong enough to tackle this guy? Why are you not prepared to do what you got to do?
That's like Rayshard Brooks. Like he was handling two cops.
But why your thought process is... Let me shoot.
Let me show you this video. Let me show you this video, please, because you need need this context.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Do me a favor. Come over here. Then place your hands behind your back. What? Stay. Place your hands.
Stop resisting!
I got him. Keep the taser on.
Stop resisting!
Fuck. Keep the taser on. Get on your back!
On your back! On your back!
All right. Get on your back!
Fucking back!
My gun! My gun! Alright, be my ass.
Get the fuck on your back!
I seen this.
You seen this?
I seen this.
So you know what happens at the end. So what you saying?
Why are they locking him up for though? Do you believe? So think about this.
Why are they locking him up for? Look at this.
But did you ever get locked up?
But look at this.
But did you ever get locked up? I seen this though. But did you ever get locked up? All right. Okay.
Oh my God.
I'm asking a simple question. Did you ever get locked up?
I'm done, yo.
Did you ever get locked up?
I can't debate this with you no more. Cause you don't debate straightforwardly.
How, bro? All I'm trying to say is, you're making it feel like it's justified for anyone that has a badge to do anything to anybody without a badge, regardless of the situation. If the cop deem as if I need to lock you up, perfect example. That video we was watching when the community helped them. At the end of that video, it was a cop that came to help the other cop and pushed the guy that was helping the cop. Now that situation would have got very left if that other cop said, nah, he's good. But you get what I'm saying? It's like, look at how that cop even came. You coming with attitude, my nigga.
The only way that could have escalated is if which is highly unlikely, but like if old boy that helped the cop, if he would have like tried to like go back and forth with the cop, like tried to tee off or something, which didn't happen. But now we're getting into too many ifs. It's like,
why can't a cop just be trained and it wouldn't be a what ifs? I'm not training you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not training a cop to. I don't want you to be a goddamn a 36 belt in karate. I'm not asking for that. What I'm asking for, no, I'm not asking for that. I'm not asking for
You was just asking for that.
I'm asking.
You was just asking. You was asking for 4 years of training.
So think about this. For you to be
an
FBI
what would they be doing
agent,
in those 4 years of training?
For you to be an FBI agent, you got to go to school, right? Unless you're a cop for 4 years, some shit like that. But 9 out of 10, for you to be an FBI agent, what? You got to go to school, right? So
right,
why can't it be the same thing with a cop?
We gotta pay. We gotta have to pay them for all that.
What?
We're gonna have to set that up for cops to go to 4-year schools. And get What do you mean? Why you saying it like that? You're gonna have to pay for it. If you pay taxes, you're gonna have to pay for it.
Shit, who pay for them to go to the thing? To the camp shit.
That's taxpayer money. Like your money
right,
goes towards paying the cops.
But right, you gotta pay for. But I'm cool with that then. If you gonna go to school for a year, then my nigga, I'm cool with that shit.
A year? Now it's a year.
No, well, years, of course, 4 years. Nigga, this college, yeah, you going for 4 years. Man.
Yo,
you going?
I'm done, yo. There's no convincing you.
There's no convincing you either,
your
bro.
Point,
because
your point is all over the place. I'm very consistent.
Bro. No, you're not. Because you're saying that you believe that a cop is right to shoot niggas for no reason. It's justified on their terms.
That's what I said. Okay, that's what I said. Then.
It's justified on their terms. But anyway, but we talked about it too long, though.
Shoot somebody for no reason. Okay.
We got another video to show. It's another video I actually want.
This is what I got to deal with. No, we done, man.
Huh?
We done.
We done.
We done, yo.
Alright, broskies. Yeah, I think we went too long. What time is it? 3 minutes? Yeah, we went so long. We had so much other stuff to talk about.
We had a couple other things to show, but it's not going to be like as good as that.
Yeah, that was a little too long. Yeah, this show wasn't even supposed to.
That wasn't too long. That was perfect.
About that.
I mean, we had it queued up, but you just gotta say ridiculous stuff.
Exactly. You gotta say ridiculous stuff. Exactly. You gotta kill people and shit.
No, you gotta say ridiculous stuff.
Of the BC era, like when the generation was.
He want cops to be like the G'd up force. We come in here to just knock you out. No guns.
Hell yeah.
Where the hands at? Like.
But you going crazy by
right.
saying no guns, though.
I'm going crazy by saying no guns. I said no guns.
No guns.
When did I say no guns?
I mean, I'm saying you going crazy by saying you acting like I'm telling somebody to walk in a house or a building or some shit like that. And I just said during certain situations, you shouldn't have your gun. That's it. That's all my argument was, right?
This is gonna keep on going.
During certain situations.
This is our conversations.
Yeah, this is a personal.
We're gonna have to start bringing up polls, man, just so people can vote because you don't make any sense. I know a lot of people are gonna agree with you, even though you make no sense.
Okay.
It's wild, but
I'm trying to save the animals here, and this guy, you wanna.
Hey, I'm making sense. So like, I'm white. The white. I do things the white. I do things the white way.
The light skins, you see, like
I'm like, yeah. Bring all of it. Like, call me anything you want. Like, it's cool. But
nah, my nigga, I still, bro. We could argue, we could do a lot of shit, my nigga. But I tell y'all this shit, just right now, my nigga. I love this motherfucker to death. You understand, my nigga?
Same.
So if y'all got a problem with this nigga, y'all got a problem with me, bro. That's
just
point period.
But listen, it's freedom of speech, man. I want
Facts.
people to bring it. Like, say whatever they gotta say.
Facts.
It's enough for everybody.
Oh, it's enough for everybody. And on that note, we out, y'all.